Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Master to Girish. 2 lines before I will read. A man needs the letter he has received from home as long as he has not learned its contents. After reading it, however, he sets out to get the things he has been asked to send. Likewise, what need is there of scriptures if you know their essence? The next thing is the practice of spiritual discipline. Girish entered the room. Master to Girish. Hello, what were you saying about me? I eat, drink and make merry. Girish. What should we have been saying about you? Are you a holy man? Master, no, nothing of that sort. Truly, I do not feel I am a holy man. Girish, I am not equal to you even in joking. He wants to joke with Sri Ramakrishna. He goes a step ahead. Sri Ramakrishna. He says, are you a holy man? Sri Ramakrishna is asking me, nothing of that sort. I don't feel that I am a holy man. Girish is telling, in joking also I am not equal to you. In no way I am equal to you. Master, once I went to Jaigopal Sen's garden house, wearing a red bordered cloth. Keshav was there. Looking at the red borders, Keshav said, "What is this? Such a flash of color today, such a display of red borders." I said, "I have to cast a spell on Keshav, hence this display." Narendra was going to sing again. How a beautiful way of living. These small jokes and fun unites the people at physical level. Spiritual discussions will open up the new gates to spiritual perfection. It creates a desire for spiritual life. Similarly, singing and bhajans open another door of bhava. Bhava is spiritual emotion connected with heart. Spiritual discussion is connected with the intellect. And these small jokes and fun that makes them endear each other at social level in a pure childlike purity being displayed. The enlightened souls like to be in the company of devotees of God because they all will be like children, small children, where there is no hiding, there is no overexposure of one's own talents and all. They are simple. God is simple. Enlightened souls are simple. Children are simple. So enlightened wish to be in the company of these people. Narendra was going to sing again. Sri Ramakrishna asked him to take down the tanpura from the wall. Narendra was a long time tuning it. The master and other devotees became impatient. In those days, they did not have any electronic device to tally with it, or somebody to say his own intellect, which has caught the shadja of his own singing. He remembers. From his memory, he has to take out his tune. And then it is not very difficult. Now, there was one tablist. He did not have any instruments to make tally with it. Usually somebody will hold harmonium or some shruti and he will immediately do the shruti of his tabla. But this man had the technique of 3-4 shrutis alone we use. For men, C sharp, D sharp, C maximum, lower. And for women, F sharp, A sharp and G sharp. All these tunes he can do with mouth. D sharp means he will start. And he will tune his tabla. Like that, from memory, and their tuning will be so perfect, their utterances will be so perfect of the Shruti, we wonder. Afterwards, you can put your instruments and check whether it is tallying with. In about 100 years back, there was one keeping in their mouth and blowing. Same harmonium reed in a different shape, in a small pipe-like. Through that, they will blow and tune everything. Usually the reeds are so perfectly made, and it is made for maintaining the Shruti. Narendra is doing without anything from the mind memory. Little here, there, he is not satisfied. He is not satisfied. No approximation in him. So Narendra was for a long time tuning it. The master and the devotees became impatient. Bino said, he will tune it today and sing another day. All laughter. Sri Ramakrishna laughed. He said, I feel like breaking the Tanpura to pieces. How much patience he is trying using. What is this? Only tong. Then he will practice taranana. Bhavanat. Everybody feels annoyed like this before a musical performance begin. Narendra, still tuning. If you don't understand it, Master smiling, there he explains the way our complaints. He explains away our complaints. Narendra began to sing. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on the small couch. Niti Gopal and other devotees were on the floor. Narendra sang. How it could be? Sri Ramakrishna's voice, Narendra's voice, they are made to conquer the human heart. It is not ordinary singing, nor it is ordinary human voice. It is heavenly voice that awakens the spirit from within. The incarnation of God, Sri Ramakrishna himself used to get completely lost in the realm transcendental when Narendra begins to sing. The three things, that is voice, beautiful voice, the perfection in raga and tala. The wordings of the song, and then these awaken the bhava. Raga, tala, artha. These three awaken the bhava. Artha must be, meaning must be there, beautiful meaning. Especially in the mother tongue, if you sing, you will get the exact meaning of what is he wants to tell. Same thing translated to another language may not have the same effect. So that raga, tala and artha. Raga, tala are made to tune with the nature. Artha is made to tune with God, the transcendental, the one who is witness of all things. The Divine Supreme. The Divine Supreme. I am tuning to the Divine with Artha, and I am tuning to nature with Raga and Tala. And when the nature and Divine is together with my heart, Bhava awakens. Bhava is where I am forced to forget myself. Naren began to sing. Everybody feels annoyed like this before the musical performance begins. Naren still tuning. If you don't understand it, Master smiling there, he explains away our complaints. Naren began to sing. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on a small couch. Nityagopal and others were seated on the floor. Narendra sang, "O Mother, thou my inner guide, ever awake with my heart. Day and night thou holdest me in thy lap. Why dost thou show such tenderness to this unworthy child of thine?" How that meaning you see. All feel this feeling, though I am not worthy, though I am not eligible, God is blessing me beyond my understanding. I am unworthy of it is His grace. Because He sees back His life. He has not sacrificed anything. He has not done any tapasya. He has not served anybody. He has not remembered God day and night. Vivekananda writes that Naktam Divam Sakarunam. I did not think of day and night your kind feet. Therefore I surrender myself. Here I have not done anything, but God's grace is lifting me beyond my expectations. It is escalating me. So, Narendra, see, a single step in spiritual life, you start feeling it. How I was, and how did God bring me into this path? He has not done any sadhana. He is now able to think that God exists. Now and then a shriek, thin thought of God passes. Maybe a few times a day, God exists. He is there with me. A few times. But with that, he feels such a gratitude to God of unimaginable dimensions. He looks around, everyone running after the enjoyments of the world, possessions of the world, for name, fame, power, wealth. Whereas he has sealed off all those and brought me into this fold, which is constantly elevating and taking me up. That worldly prospects which we think God has given, is keeping you in stagnant position or slipping down lower and lower grades. Whereas just a name, Ashraya, spiritual, this one, God gives. Seeing what we do not know. But it's like a creeper which is helpless, takes the support of a tree and start climbing to the sky beyond the tree, and it spreads over the tree. A small creeper taking this huge support. Like that he feels, I am helpless, but this tree is giving me all support to go to a height as much as it has gone and spread over it. It is giving its back also. Climb, climb, climb. Like that is the God's grace. O Mother, thou my inner guide, ever awake within my heart, day and night thou holdest me in thy lap. Why dost thou show such tenderness to this unworthy child of thine? Then he sang, O my lute of single string, sing the Blessed Mother's name, for she is the solace of my soul. Solace of my soul. When there is burning, when there is pain, something balm-like which brings down that pain is called solace, which makes me forget my mental sufferings. The cause I am forgetting, that much. That is solace. Only solace for me to compensate all my losses and what I have to attain which I have not attained is Mother's grace. And that is the solace. She is my solace. She is compensating for all loss and giving me more. So he is asking his lute to sing the name of Mother. And again, in dense darkness, O Mother, thy formless beauty sparkles. Therefore the yogis meditate in a dark mountain cave. Narendra's one of the favorite songs. In dense darkness, O Mother, thy formless beauty sparkles. Therefore the yogis meditate in dark mountain cave. In an ecstatic mood, Sri Ramakrishna came down and sat by Narendra's side. How it was, what would have been the state of Sri Ramakrishna when he hears all these songs? He is not able to sit on the cot also. He wants to sit on the ground by the side of Naren. Many of us feel this. When a singer beautifully sings, we feel like going and sitting close to that person and listening to the song from the closest quarters, blessing that soul profusely, because it is awakening the heart and turning it towards God. You can see the sunflower. Sunflower is such a thing which in the morning when sun is rising, its face will be with the sun. As the sun climbs up, the flower slowly goes up. At noon you can see it vertically up, and as the sun sets in the west, its face will be turned to west. That's why it's called sunflower. It goes. It wants to keep, just like magnetic needle always shows north, the sunflower always wants to look at the sun. face the sun. How that we will be somewhere other when the song comes, like sun, looking at sun, the soul looks at the divine. That makes them go close to the singer and sit there and listen. Imagine a blind person who hears a song, or a person who has become blind later on. Somebody is singing because he knows everything black and white, so clear everything, and at least blind is in dark only. He has seen the other part also of the world, and he can clearly understand the feelings roused at a different level, and how they enjoy. One who has become blind, one who is born blind is different, one becoming blind. And this song makes them, because he has seen good and bad sides of the world and his own limitations, the nature puts upon. So he feels blessed when that singing is going on. Surdas, born blind, how he used to visualize God, how he used to visualize, born blind, he doesn't know. The ornaments, this, that, colors, how he used to picturize. And the one who has eyes, it is difficult for him to understand how a blind man sings such a beautiful songs, formulates, presents. Therefore, the yogis meditate in a dark cave. In an ecstatic mood, Sri Ramakrishna came down and sat by Naren's side, and he began to talk, still in ecstasy. Master, shall I sing? Why? Oh, Nityagopal, what do you say? One should listen to singing to awaken the inner spirit. Nothing matters afterwards. Should listen to singing to awaken inner spirit. Why singing? The singing, you have to listen for awakening the spirit inside. We go to pilgrimage to awaken the devotion to God, bhakti, love of God, and we listen to bhajans, singing to awaken the spirit within, inner spirit. Nothing matters afterwards. Whether song is there or not, singer is there or not, it doesn't matter. He has kindled the fire. That is nice. Now all is silence. That is nice too. I am silent. You be silent too. The thing is to dive into the elixir of bliss. Elixir of bliss. Shall I sing? Well, I may. Water is water, whether it is still or in waves. Sri Ramakrishna is in an ecstatic mood. Now nothing matters. But what is a feeling he wants to express? How a person feels when the inner spirit is awakened. Oh, whether things remain or not doesn't matter. Someone loves someone. And that person who is loving and wants to be seeking the company of his lover, he feels once he gets access to that person and the person is by the side, all that pain and suffering or all this doesn't matter. They feel doesn't matter. If I am to go through many torture, it doesn't matter if you are there by the side of me. The same thing happens with God. If you are there with me, nothing matters. Whether hell or heaven, welcome. You be with me, you be with me. I am not worried, I am not bothered. Narendra was seated near the master. He was constantly worried about his financial difficulties at home. He was now 23 years old. Sri Ramakrishna looked at him tenderly. Master to Narendra smiling, undoubtedly you are Kha. Kha refers to the space, Akasha. Undoubtedly you are Kha. But you have to worry about your taxes. That is the trouble. By taxes, the master meant Narendra's financial difficulties at home. Master, Krishna Kishore used to say that he was Kha. One day I visited him at his home and found him worried. He would not talk to me freely. I asked him, what is the matter? You are brooding over like this. Krishna Kishore said, the tax collector came today. He said, my pots and pans would be sold at auction if I did not pay the taxes. That's what I am worried about. I laughed and said, how is that? You are surely Kha, the Akasha. Let rascals take away your pots and pans. What is that to you? He used to tell, I am infinite. I am space, pervading everything and beyond. So, when everything is all right, we feel that. When everything goes against, then we feel dejected. You are telling, I am Kha, I am Kha. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. What happened now? These small problems you are worried about. To Narendra, so I am saying that you are Kha. Why are you so worried? Don't you know that Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, if you have one of the 8 siddhis, you may get a little power, but you will not realize me. By siddhis, one may acquire power, strength, money, and such things, but not God. Ashtasiddhis, you can attain anything, but not God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.